I can say I'm feeling it. I'm older, but it's not the difference. My life go on that the same. I'm going everywhere. I go where I want, and I live like I want. Money is a big problem. If you haven't got money, you can't be happy, and that's a bad thing in your life. You must carry on with your life, and you must do the best you can do, and pull the best out of your life that you can do. Not sit back. You must go forward. I'm Rudolf Swanepoel. I grew up in North Transvaal, Ellisras, Lepalale now. I've been there in school until I was 16. And then don't want to go to school anymore. And then I go on, stay on the farm. And you live out, it's not the same as in the town. You can make a fire and you can dry fleece and you got everything there. No shaving, no washing. You just go on. Around about 1961, it was very dry and there's no food for the cattle, and we carry on with cattle and it's growing out. And since 1964, we can't live anymore on the farm. Then we got dirty. So I go to in Pretoria, and there I was working for 28 years. And in 93, they retrained me. And then I think on that time I got enough money, I want to stay on my own. And so I stay at home for 1 or 2 years, and then I see the money is not enough, and I start working again. And there I was working for another 12 years. And then I retired. And I'm still on pension now. Not on pension, but I'm not working anymore. When I was around about 7 years, then my father teach me to shoot with a gun. And then he gave me the gun and I shoot some birds and I go out. And so it goes on, it goes further and further and bigger. And so when I'm on my own, I buy my own rifle and I go to some people's families' farms, and then it starts the big things. Sometimes we stay in the tent and you stay there alone. There's nobody, there's no water. You must carry with tins. You carry your water with tins, and you add water to wash, and you make your tea and you make your coffee. And that's not so much. The most is you make drinks. I was married for 49 years and 6 months. Every day was nice. She was not. She was a housewife. She worked for money, but not long times. But normally she was at home, and when I come home, she's there, and she gives me my food, and we go living together, and so we go on as a family. She grow the kids up, and they look after them, and make their clothes, and do everything. It was nice to be a father. You see your kids grow up, and they will grow bigger, and they go to university, and they teach. Then my wife passed away, and that was in 2017. It was bad, but one thing you must remember, the life go on. It's not the end of your life. Then I got an aneurysm. Then I had to go for an operation. Aneurysm is a bubble in the aorta, and he was supposed to burst. So I had to go for an operation to replace it. And on that time, I got infection inside, but I didn't know it. And after 10 weeks after the operation, then it starts murdered me. So I had to go back to the hospital, and they had to fix that infection. And that takes me 12 days in ICU. And that was bad. But I come out, I'm still living. So that's all. And in 2021, I was out for 2 months, I'm looking around for better. I saw there's nothing better, and I come back again. It's better to stay here. I can say I'm feeling it, I'm older, but it's not the difference. My life go on, that's the same. I'm going everywhere, I go where I want, and I live like I want. It's nice to live, because you got people around you, you can carry around, and you can do anything as you like. You can walk, you can move, you can do anything. It's nice. I like my life, it's nice. Money is a big problem. If you haven't got money, you can't be happy. And that's a bad thing in your life. Because you haven't got money, you can't do anything. You haven't got clothes, you haven't got food, you haven't got a place to stay. I don't think it can be nice. And you must grow your kids up, and you must make sure that there must be something for you to live on when you are an old man. So the pension is not enough because the life grows higher and higher. So you must live on it. You must be sure that you got enough to live on. And that's for the youngsters, I can say. You mustn't live a little life, your everything out. You must put away when you become old, and you must live on your own. There's no more work. If you're old, you can't work. Nobody wants you, but they didn't throw you away, so you must carry on. When I was 25, I was not really think about all these things I know today. When you become older, you think about more things and more things that you had to support for. At 25, you was young, you live like a 20 youngster, you live your life out. The main thing is you grow up, and you was young and you become older. You want to be married, and you be married, you want some kids, and they must feed up, and you must work to feed them up, and you must grow them up in the will of Jesus Christ. And yes, I do it everything, and today I'm happy. Yeah. If you got success, you are happy, because that's why you are living, that's why you are working, and that's why you make your life easier. That's what success is. I can tell you, you must carry on with your life, and you must do the best you can do and pull the best out of your life that you can do. Not sit back, you must go forward. That's why.